Hello, I'm Canon Beverley, Rector of St Peter's. Now, I love giving out the notices on a Sunday morning, but just occasionally there's so much to say that we'd never get to coffee after service if I put them all in the notices. This is one of those weeks. The PCC met this week and we're updating our COVID policy and moving on with the services that we're offering. So, rather than keep you for ages in church with the notices, here's a summary of them in film form. We're not going to be taking bookings for services anymore. And the reason that we're not taking booking is because as of now, we are relaxing the rules about social distancing and mask wearing. Now, that's not to say we wouldn't like you to social distance and wear masks, because we know that we're not out of the wood yet. But from this point onwards, we're leaving the decision making about that to you. Now, we know that at the midweek service and the 8 o'clock service, there's plenty of space in the church. And so it will be very easily possible to keep distance and, of course, to wear masks if you choose to. At the 10 o'clock, it's not quite so easy because there are more people there. And so at the 10 o'clock, we will be offering a zoned area, and at other big, busy services, we'll offer that same zoned area. And that will be the seats at the rear of the church. So as you come into St Peter's, all the seats that are at the back of the church behind that crossing will be kept for social distancing and people who really need or wish to wear their masks throughout a service. We're also bringing back singing. We're hoping that by Christmas we will be fully ready to sing again so that we can have all those carol services we love so much inside the church. For now, we're doing one small step at a time. So at the 10 o'clock service, there will be 2 hymns, something at the beginning, something at the end. And we are going to ask you, even if you're not wearing a mask all the rest of the time, we are going to ask you to put a mask on in order to sing. Now, while the 10 o'clock midweek and the 8 o'clock will feel very much the same as it does now on the whole, except us not asking you to wear masks particularly, at the 10 o'clock on a Sunday, there's another change. And that is that we're going to ask all those who are not socially distancing at the back to get up and move, to come forward to receive communion. It will still be just bread. A member of the clergy or a member of the ministry team will stand on the chancel step. We'll be wearing a mask, and we ask you at that point to pop your mask on as well, to come forward, receive the bread, step to one side, and then you can take your mask off, eat the bread, put your mask back on, and follow the circuit round back to your seat. We'll ask you all to move in one direction, and if you can, to socially distance. Someone from the team will take communion to those who are sitting in the socially distanced area at the back of the church. We're very excited too, because as we look forward, we're going to be introducing a new afternoon service. Now, that service isn't going to launch until the new year, but we'll be starting to get it ready through the autumn. It's going to be at 4 o'clock, and it's going to be a service that has a big focus on children and families and younger people. That's not to say that other people aren't welcome. Everyone is welcome. Every single service at St Peter's is an all-age service, which is why you won't see any services labelled as all-age, because they're all age. But at the 4 o'clock service, we're very conscious that lots of families in our area aren't able to get to church on a Sunday morning because children have all sorts of groups to go to: football, rugby tots, swimming classes, tennis classes, whatever it is they're doing, they're so often on a Sunday morning. And we know that a lot of working people only get a chance to either visit family, catch up with some of the jobs around the house, or have a much needed lie-in on a Sunday morning. And so we're offering this 4 o'clock service as a full proper service, as good as any other service we offer in the church for those of you who really don't want to be there on a Sunday morning. We hope that we'll be able to offer primary age children's work at that service, and it will be a fresh, contemporary approach to worship. If you'd like to be part of one of the teams getting that service together, maybe as a welcomer or as a member of the refreshments team, helping with the children's work, helping with the tech side, looking at PowerPoints and running the audio-visual system for that service, helping with publicity and the social media stuff, or even part of the team leading the service, we'd love you to be involved. Starting from September the 19th, we'll be doing regular services throughout the autumn at 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon for those of you who are interested in helping lead that service. Do come along on September the 19th at 4 o'clock and find out more about what it's going to be about. No commitment, just come and see. 6 o'clock services will be starting to reappear soon as well, and we will be balancing what singing happens in that. I think I need some water just thinking about singing. We're not used to singing, are we? But those 6 o'clock services will include our choir. And great news, choir is coming back. Rehearsals in person in church starting very soon, and a small choir of 6 to 8 people up in the chancel. So, loads of great things happening. You might want to know a bit more about it. You might have questions that you want to ask. And so here's another bit of good news. From this Saturday, the ministry team will be offering a Saturday surgery every Saturday from 9:30 until 11 o'clock in the Harvey room. You'll find 2 or 3 members of the leadership team of the church. They might be church wardens, lay readers, lay pastoral ministers, members of the clergy. There will be a couple of us there. If you want to book a baptism, book a wedding, ask a question about church life, or just have a chat, come along and join us in the Harvey room on a Saturday morning. We'd love to see you. We'd love to see you back in church. If you're not ready, or it's on a particular Sunday you just can't get to church, we will still be live streaming every week. Our live stream will be going out on the St Peter's Weston Fayville Facebook page. That's the public page, not the private Facebook group, and still going on to YouTube. So do keep following, liking and watching St Peter's every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. I'll look forward to seeing you online, at one of our services of worship, or on a Saturday morning. May God bless you always.